That's amazing. Yeah. Instant power.
Just make me laugh.
Off you go. Amazing. Yeah.
What's the weight on?
I could do one of those for sure. A lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll get your next one ready.
No, you're all right.
No, go on, have a go on this one.
Try that one. That's even better.
That was unbelievable.
I mean, that's a mountain bike with a drill motor in it, isn't it? That's a motorbike.
That's a motorbike.
That took no convincing whatsoever, did it?
Again.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Supporting that. And I don't know
That's amazing. Which one do you prefer? This one.
Good, isn't it?
Unbelievable. What a great thing. I've no idea you could get something like that. It's like a teleporter.
Yeah. Just changes your mindset, doesn't it? When you ride it, it's so dead easy, isn't it?
That's just it. It's so easy.
If you're riding an electric motorcycle, you're not a follower, you're an innovator. You're someone who likes the technique of riding electric.
Well, I've been looking at them since 2015 on YouTube and everything. It's my first opportunity to have a go on one, and it was everything that I thought it would be.
You should consider an electric motorcycle because it's the future, but the future is here right now, so it's already available. Zero is not just another motorcycle, it's an electric motorcycle, and electric motorcycles are different than internal combustion engine motorcycles. Why? No noise, silence, no moving parts, incredible torque. That roller coaster feeling is addictive. An electric motorcycle is very silent, especially the Zero motorcycles, because we don't use a chain, but we use a belt. The engine doesn't make any noise, and it's actually as if you are flying in a spaceship. The only thing you hear is... That's the noise we produce.
You get the same feeling on a normal motorbike, but you know, you're in virtual silence while you're doing it. And it is a totally different feel.
Buying an electric motorcycle is a new lifestyle. It's a way of riding, it's a way of experiencing motorcycle in its purest form. Why? Because you have no noise, you have no exhaust, you have no heat. So especially in the warm days when you're riding through the city, your motorcycle produces a lot of heat. A Zero motorcycle doesn't do it because it's 100% electric. The rider needs to be aware that it could be possible that people don't hear you and therefore don't see you. So that's something you always need to be aware of as a rider on an electric motorcycle. On the other hand, people still hear you, you still produce some noise, and but it's a different noise.
You just haven't got the throaty sound, and if you don't like that, then you're stuffed. But you know, this does everything that the old bikes do, and more, of course.
And what I always say is, enjoy the silence. And riding an electric motorcycle is a different experience. It's not comparable to an internal combustion engine. It's something totally different. But it's all about the riding experience. It's all about enjoying motorcycling. First of all, you don't pay any tax. Second of all, you don't have to put any fuel in your motorcycle. Right now, fuel prices are going up incredibly. Yes, energy prices also, but not as fast as fuel. You can save money on maintenance. Yes, maybe the purchase price is a little bit higher than an internal combustion engine, but you can earn your money back over the years, over the miles you're riding. But what's really important is that you get advice from your dealer about the right bike for you, the right bike that fits your demands. Do you charge it overnight? Do you need an extra charge tank? How are you going to use the bike? Ask your dealer what's the best fit of bike for your demands. There are many accessories available for the Zero. Also, your dealer can help you with that. You can also find it on our website, see what's available. So every Zero can be customized the way you demand it. Less maintenance because you have no moving parts, no oil, no fuel, only electricity you put in. You can charge these motorcycles from home just by 220, put it in the wall socket and charge it. We call that charging overnight. Or for instance, if you use it for commuting, when you arrive at your office, put it in the wall socket and charge it. Of course, if you have a fast charger on board, you can also go to the fast charging stations. And for instance, this bike, you can already charge in 20 minutes up to 80%. Zero motorcycles can be charged on car charging points too. That means that you need a special wire for that. Mostly you can use the wire used on the public charging poles. Otherwise, you can also take it with you here in the tank compartment because there's no fuel in. You've got a compartment where you can put your wire in. If you have a charge tank on board, you can also go to the fast charging stations where you can charge your bike then in 20 minutes up to 80%. The way you ride this bike have an effect on range, but the computer in this motorcycle is so intelligent that it looks to your history and the way you've been riding. So it calculates all the time the range of the bike. So it could happen that you start, for instance, with a range of maybe 100 miles, and at a certain moment it goes up to 120 or 140. That really depends on where you're riding, how you're riding, if you regenerate energy. For instance, if you ride this bike into a city area where you have to get rid of the throttle many times and regenerate energy, then at a certain moment it can even happen that your range is even higher than when you left.
I knew I'd like it, from the various reports I've heard. And working in the trade of electric forklift trucks, knowing how quick they can take off sometimes. They've got a similar sort of system with the regen braking. So I sort of knew what to expect and how to be quite gentle with the throttle to regulate how much that came in.
I felt the same reaction that I've seen from these guys in America. There's definitely a wow factor.
You can have more fun than on an internal combustion engine motorcycle. Why? Because I always call it the roller coaster feeling. If you pull the throttle in sports mode, you feel the power, you feel the torque, and it's like going down in a roller coaster, and that's so incredibly addictive.
I didn't try a lot of acceleration in eco mode because we were riding legally at 30 miles an hour. But then I had the opportunity to get it in sport mode and open it up. I was just shouting, going wow, oh my God, all sorts of things like that. And I really had to tuck myself down, make sure I wasn't going to fall off the back of something like that.
Oh, blew me away the way it went. It just kept going and going, and fantastic, really bum in the seat stuff. I don't think I've felt acceleration like that before.
Many people think that an electric motorcycle is only used for commuting. And yes, it's the perfect bike for commuting. Why? Because you only have to pull the throttle and brake. So no gearing, no shifting. So it's quite a relaxed way of motorcycling because you can focus fully on the road, fully on the riding experience. but over the years, over the generations of bikes we've produced, the bike became more and more also a leisure product. So now you can not only use the bike for commuting, but you can also use it for having a lot of fun during leisure. The riding experience, both for commuting, but also if you use it in a different way, is still optimal and different from what people expect. I always tell people, and that's also what they've told me, that the missing of a clutch is something of 5 minutes. You're getting used to it. The first roundabout you take, you're searching for the clutch. Where is it? Your left foot is moving, but there's nothing. And after 5 minutes, you're used to it. After riding electric and get back on your traditional motorcycle, you don't even think about the clutch anymore, because you think that every bike rides like an electric bike, or you wish that every bike rides like an electric bike.
We've got an automatic car, and so I think once you get it into your head that you don't need the gears. I think there might have been once I went for the clutch lever, but once you realise it's not there, you soon got used to it, definitely.
I've got an old Triumph 900 and I love it. Obviously a totally different feel. I did feel more stable on this one. You know, you really have to manage the old motorbikes. Being a modern one, everything did feel better, really.
I think to begin with, in slow-moving traffic, I was surprised at how stable it was. You know, it was very easy to control. It made you feel at ease to begin with.
And the balance on these is fantastic. When I was riding them slow, I noticed, you know, it didn't feel like they were going to fall over or anything like that. Yeah, very smooth.
The best advice we can give you is try it yourself. Contact the dealer, make an appointment to go for a test ride. You can look at our website for your nearest dealer. For instance, now we're at Pidcock. That's one of our dealers here in the area of Nottingham.
Yes, I've very much enjoyed it. Opened my eyes to the fact of owning an electric bike.
Make your own opinion about riding electric, because it's something different than you're used to. But on the other hand, I can guarantee you, it's the most exciting riding experience you will ever have.